When was the last time that you cleaned your engine bay? Well, that's okay, because this morning I'm going to show you how to do so and what products to use. So when it comes to some safety precautions when you're cleaning your engine bay, there are a couple ones that you may have heard of in the past, but we're going to walk through them anyways just to make sure you guys know. So this has an actual air inlet on this AFE power intake here. And this does normally drain through the hood here into here. There is a drain in the bottom of the box in case any water comes through, but we're gonna put an older balls wipe in there just to kind of prevent any additional water from going down there. The other thing to consider is your alternator. On this S65 BMW V8, it's at the bottom of this passenger side. It's pretty far down there. You can cover it. It's a good safety measure to do just in case. Now, we do have access to water here, but if you might not have access to water and you want to kind of like touch up maybe the bottom of your hood, you can use a product called Eco Wash that we sell, and that's going to be a rinseless or waterless wash. That's going to be a great tool to kind of pick up and encapsulate all of that dirt and grime. So in order to clean this engine bay quickly and efficiently, at least with the initial wash, we're actually going to use APC, GYEON's all-purpose cleaner. And we're gonna use this in a foam cannon, 5 parts water, 1 part APC. That's the strongest solution that we recommend for this product, and that's gonna be only for exterior uses. But it is in the name. This is a great product you can use on floor mats and other areas depending on what dilution you choose. I already have this filled with water here, so I'm just gonna kind of top it off with a bit of APC. So luckily the spray pattern on this foam lance or foam cannon is pretty wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the bottom of the hood as well as the whole engine bay here. Now we're gonna let this sit on here for a couple minutes. You just wanna make sure that none of it is actually drying up. And if it does, we'll just hit it with more of the APC. For a tool to kind of work around all these bits and pieces and these parts, we're gonna just use this nice soft bristle brush, and we're gonna work in all these corners and cracks and crevices. Another thing to just keep in mind is that you wanna be wary and conscious of any sort of electrical connections. This should all be sealed on this car, but just be cautious that you're not spraying a bunch of water or anything directly at those points. When it comes to drying, we recommend like a blow dryer. Some of you might have like a leaf blower or something like that. Just be cautious with obviously the end and where it's pointing. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of make sure that most of the water is removed from this area. So if your engine bay is protected and just easy to clean, just the spray with APC and a little bit of agitation to rinse might be all that you need, but we're gonna take it a step further. We're gonna actually clean things individually and protect them. First, we're gonna start off with the trim. There's a ton of plastic trim in here. This trim cleaner is gonna be safe on interior trim, fender flare trim, any sort of exposed plastics that you might find on a car. When it comes to actually using it, go ahead and spray it into here. I'm just gonna put a couple lines on here and try to prevent any sort of overspray. And then this simple is just doing circular motions on here. Get some nice suds going. And then we're just gonna wipe it off with a soft wipe. Now this should turn your plastics back to that factory matte look. Plastic is supposed to be matte. It's not supposed to have any sort of shine if it's a raw plastic. So now that we have all of our plastics nice and clean, it's just down to the bare plastic, we're gonna go ahead and protect them. Because your engine bay sees a bunch of temperature changes and stuff like that, we're choosing something that's gonna last for multiple years, and that is Trim Evo. This product will restore some faded plastics, and it's gonna be applied like a traditional ceramic coating, but you don't have the wipe off. So it comes with the actual product itself. Then we have suede applicators, instructions on how to properly use it, and a block to use with the suedes. So when it comes to actually applying Trim Evo, it is gonna be kind of like a traditional ceramic coating where you drip it onto the applicator. I put one of the suedes on the block and just kind of drip it a couple passes. And I'm using the block on here because it's such a large flat surface area that this is gonna provide an even coat of the actual product. And you can see it's an instant darkening effect, but it will dry to a matte. And then just to show you that you won't have any issues to get evenness, I'm gonna go ahead and pull across here, and you can see that it's gonna be nice and even when I do so. Now, because this is a big flat surface area, like I said, I'm using the block, but in order to get into these intricate spots, you can pull the suede off the block or use one of the separate ones to do that. Now, after you apply Trim Evo, if you notice there's any high spots or maybe excess product, go ahead and follow it up with a wipe, like a bald wipe, just to help level it out to ensure that there's not too much product and it's all even. So we noticed that the carbon fiber areas have a little bit of water spotting. They could use a little bit of correction. Now, we're gonna use polish in combination with the 3-inch size polish pad on this orbital polisher here. And we're just gonna do one pass on it, see how it looks, then probably coat it after to lock that look in. Now, as you should do before you coat, the only exception would be like trim cleaner. You can go straight from trim cleaner to Trim Evo. You want to wipe it down with an alcohol wipe. For that, we're using Prep. This one is designed to be used specifically with GYEON ceramic coatings. Since we are taking that extra step and polishing the carbon fiber in this engine bay, we're gonna go ahead and coat it as well. Easiest thing to use will be Can Coat Evo. And this is a spray can here with a ton of product. I've coated so many different things with this bottle. And it also comes with this nice towel to use it. So because this is a spray, you want to be cautious of overspray. If it's a really windy day, maybe you don't use it, or if you're inside your garage or shop and there's a lot of air flowing, just be conscious of that. You want to kind of fight that by cupping the towel. We're going to take a step away from the car, and then we're just going to do a couple, 3, maybe 4 sprays in the towel itself, and then it's as easy as going ahead and wiping that on. Flipping, polishing off. That right there is a year of protection. So if Can Coat Evo is the only coating you have, maybe you didn't invest in the longer lasting Trim Evo, you can actually apply this to plastics. It's safe on, paint, plastics, you do wheels, you can even do glass, not the windshield with this one. Super versatile coating, and maybe this is your move when coating your engine bay. Well, now this is all finished up. Everything's looking nice. The plastic's looking like factory plastic. The carbon's looking shiny and glossy, and it's protected, and it really didn't take too much time. Now, because you put in all of that hard work, when you go to the car show next weekend and you open up your hood to show everyone your parts, well, they're gonna say, damn, not damn.